Good evening, Tottenham fans. Tottenham fans generally are a lot happier today than they were, especially a week ago. When just before the Newcastle game, I have to admit, I couldn't see where our next win was coming from. I honestly thought we was going to get battered versus Newcastle, especially the way we were playing. It was absolutely terrible. And then we obviously got a point really late on. That goal from Romero was similar to when Harry Kane got that goal against Aston Villa when Pochettino was under huge pressure. Maybe that's the turning point for Thomas Frank too. I really, really hope so. And then building on that Newcastle draw, Spurs did get a win in their next game versus Brentford. And this is why everyone is so buzzing. And not only that, players also that came in that we thought were squad fillers actually came in and staked a claim to try and be in the first 11. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the rise of Xavi Simons. I'm going to talk about that left-hand side and have we found a solution? And also going to talk a little bit about Archie Gray, because Archie Gray is emerging and this could really be his breakout season. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. I'm on the road to 4,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone that's contributed to the channel. It's really much appreciated. So let's start with Xavi Simons. Now, Xavi has, in his most recent game against Brentford, really lit up the belief in the Spurs fan base in him now. Before this game, he only had 1 assist in the league against, I think it was West Ham from a corner. But in the Brentford game, he got an assist, he got a goal. I'll just show you some of his stats actually quickly. So if you have a look at this, he played 90 minutes, and that doesn't happen often either. He's got a goal. He's got an assist. He had 59 touches. His passing accuracy was 86%, which is pretty decent considering the amount of times he was trying to flick the ball forward and trying to do those awkward little passes, intricate passes inside and up front, trying to cause problems. He created 1 big chance, which Richarlison finished. Key passes was 1. And ground duels 1 was 57%, which was 4 out of 7. Now, for quite a physical side, Brentford, that is pretty decent. SofaScore gave him a rating of 9.5, by the way. So ground duels 1, I want to go back to that quickly because a lot of people were saying he hasn't got the physicality for the Premier League. And for me, if you've not got the physicality for the Premier League, how are you winning 5 duels then out of your 7? Or 4 out of 7, I can't remember what it was now. But he's for when I watch him play, he's always putting tackle in, he's getting stuck in. Yeah, a lot of the times he's getting knocked to the floor, but a lot of the times they are fouls. They are tripping him up. He gets past them and he gets kicked down. Look at that one against Declan Rice, where he's absolutely skinned him and Declan Rice just stuck his knee out and absolutely just took him out because he embarrassed him. He got past him so easily. And I believe game on game, Xavi is doing a lot better. If you just look at his heat map as well, if I can bring that up, this is heat map. Now you'll see he veers mainly to the left hand side. That's where it's the you can see where it's darker red. That's where he is more mainly on the pitch. But he's a lot further forward than in previous games. He was dropping off in previous games. But now you can see he's all over the place. He's touched the ball in nearly every single part of that pitch. He's when you're talking about his physicality and the way he plays, just look at the way where he is on the pitch. He is absolutely everywhere. He's always open for the ball. He's always looking for space. He's always finding a space and trying to find people. He's just announced himself to the Tottenham fans, in my opinion. I think his gaining confidence, after he got that assist was insane. He was really good on the ball. And he's just this kind of guy that now he's getting up to the pace of the Premier League. He will start causing problems for the opposition. He really will. Now, do you remember last season when Bergvall first played, the first half of the season? Everyone said he's not up to the physicality. He's not up to the pace of the Premier League. He makes too many silly mistakes. He gives the ball away too much. They were the same sort of criticisms as Xavi was getting. But now Xavi has come on leaps and bounds, just like Bergvall did last year. Sometimes we are way too quick to judge players, and Xavi just needed time to get into it and start finding his feet. Not only that, he was playing in a new country with a new team, with a new manager, a new setup. Even the players around him were new as well, like Mawani and Kudos. So that there was no cohesion and no like patterns of play that they've ever done together before. But you, like Thomas Frank said in the press conference after it just seemed to click. So Xavi now, for me, is going to come on leaps and bounds. I really do. I think he's going to get consistent assists and goals now, and he's going to be one to watch out for up these coming seasons. Now, have we found a solution for that left-hand side? And if we have, it might already be hindered already, because my solution for the left-hand side is Kolo Muani. Now, Kolo Muani played on the left-hand side against Brentford, caused them all sorts of problems. And maybe he was coming in to play on that left-hand side, because we had so many injuries up front in the 9 role. I know Richarlison was there, but he couldn't play every single game. Solanke was injured. So maybe Mawani now playing on that left-hand side, but he wasn't playing like a left winger. He was playing more like a inside forward, if you want to call it that. But he was causing all sorts of problems. He's fast, he's skillful, he's strong, he's linking up really well with Richarlison and linking up well with Xavi. So it's a good solution to have. But there's news today that Kolo Muani may be injured. So just as soon as we solve that problem on the left-hand side, then already there's an injury. And then on top of that, with the injury to your doggy as well, it just seems that our players cannot stay fit. And it's so frustrating. It really, really is. Now, moving on to Archie Gray. Now, Archie Gray, this is what Thomas Frank said about Archie Gray. He said, I think he did well while I think a few others shined a little. So, for example, when Jed Spence bombed on, he would always cover. He did well on the ball and got out of some tricky situations. A very solid performance. Now, Thomas Frank is recognizing the skill set that Archie Gray has got. He's 19 years old. He's very intelligent already. He can see problems occurring before they happen. So like when Jed Spence is bombing on, he's already covering. He knows that if he gets in the right position, then Jed Spence won't get caught out. And if you looked at Archie Gray's heat map, you can actually see it. Because when I checked this heat map at first, I thought, why is he out there all the time? Because it didn't really make sense. Now, if you look at the arrow pointing to the right-hand side, that's that big red dot you see there. That's the left-hand side in their half as well. So it was not only just covering for Spence, he was also covering the space just behind Spence. So that red dot indicates that he's spent a lot of time in that area. He spent a lot of time near the centre circle too. So he was covering Jed Spence a hell of a lot. So that must have been the game plan completely. And he's, like I was saying, he's a very, very intelligent player. And when he was getting the balls, like Thomas Frank said, he was getting into tricky situations. He was getting out of them with his skill on the ball and his technicality. His passing rate was, I think, 94% or something. There was 2 misplaced passes, and both of them were long balls. So his short range passing was 100%, and all of his passing in the Brentford's half was 100% as well, which. And I think he played 5 passes into the opposition half. So he's a very forward-thinking midfielder. He can get stuck in with the tackles as well. His positional play is very underrated by many, and his covering is very underrated by many as well. He can just sniff out danger, and he's just got that knack for sniffing out danger. So for me, Archie Gray should be fighting for a first-team place, because he, in my opinion, and I've been banging on about him for a long time now, he, in my opinion, is going to be one of our best players, if not our best player in the future. He has got all the attributes to be, and I don't think he'll be a number 6. I think he'll be a number 8. I think he'll be wasted at a number 6, even though he could be a really good ball player in number 6. I just don't think the physicality of him is a 6, if that makes sense. He's bulked up a bit. He is stronger, and he's stronger in the tackle, and he doesn't get pushed off the ball as much. but he's no Paulinho in that area. I think he's a number 9. He's a ball progressor. And a lot of people saying we should sign Adam Wharton. But for me, we've already got a similar player to Adam Wharton. Like, Archie Gray is similar to him in the way he plays. He gets the ball, he progresses it. He's good in the tackle. He's good in the air. He's good defensively. He's got defensive nous. That season last year playing in the defense has really helped him. I just think we would waste our money getting an injury-prone Wharton when we've already got Archie Gray. And not only that, we've got a Lucas Bergvall as well, who does similar sort of things as Archie Gray. So for me, you'd be wasting your money getting an Adam Wharton in. You really would. I think we should really progress these 2 players, but Archie Gray especially, as I honestly think he's going to go right to the top. Now, some bad news I want to end on, because Bissouma has been caught again allegedly been doing those balloon things again, and he's been taken off all the social media. All the Tottenham that he had on the social media has been taken off. And on top of being late with Postecoglou, and then he's been late with Thomas Frank, and then he was caught doing this stupid crap before. He's being investigated now. So Bissouma, you're such an idiot. I didn't think he would have been here next summer anyway, but I think Spurs will be looking to terminate his contract, which he deserves, because it's been an idiot for the last couple of years now for Spurs. And when we signed him, I thought he was an absolute steal for 25 million. I thought he was a brilliant player for Brighton. I was so excited to have him, but we never see him hit those heights. So I do feel sorry for him. I don't know what's going on in his life, so I'm not going to judge him too much. You know, things could be going on that we don't know about. But doing silly things like that, if you're going to do them, don't post it so everyone can see it. It's even worse. It's even more stupid. So bad for him. But Spurs anyway are playing Slavia Prague on Tuesday. They need to keep this momentum going. If we can get a big win on Tuesday against Slavia Prague, it's going to be good times ahead. Sonny's coming to say hello to the fans too, so hopefully that's all good too. I can't wait to see him come back with a big smile on his face. And yeah, that's it for me today. Let me know in the comments what you thought of today's video. Do you think Archie Gray is going to be on our first 11? How high do you think his ceiling is? Do you think the solution on the left is Mwani, or do you still think we should sign someone in January? And what did you think of Xavi's performance? Let me know in the comments about everything today. Thank you for watching, and come on, you Spurs.